What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Airsick Hydra here, coming at you with a Necromunda trailer. Well, this is something new, and we have some not in-game footage, but we have in-engine footage at least, which is the next best thing, and I guess we're getting a little bit closer to the exciting times that we actually have more gameplay to talk about. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a playthrough first of the trailer, with me doing minimal talking, so you guys can watch it, you can oogle with me, I can make faces and dribble a little bit, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Together we will build the hype train to be up to something immense so that when the game releases we can be utterly no, it will be fine. Everything will be good, I believe. I just have faith. This one will turn out good.
The hive cities of Necromunda.
Hive.
Untold billions crammed within mountains of metal. Vast insect mounds of tireless industry amid the toxic waste of their own manufacture.
Nice.
Inside the hive cities, every breath of air, every drop of water is recycled 1,000,000 times over. Every watt of power and each mouthful of food must be guarded against rival clans and outlaws. It is a place where only the strong can endure and no one prospers. Except, of course, those at the very top. And yet, opportunity still exists. For the gang bold enough to take it. In the foundation layers of the Underhive, all manner of treasures can still be found. Lost, forgotten, or abandoned in the dark. The only question is, who will get there first?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do a damn trailer. 9th edition trailer. You could learn a thing or two after that woke whatever piece of twee rubbish of, yeah, we can fight each other, fight the bad guys together, teamwork. Shut up. This is grimdark, and this is cool. I really like it. I love the portrayal. It's awesome. There's so much to unpack from this, so let's get started. I guess first thing that jumped out at me, let's have a listen.
The hive cities.
The hive cities are something. It's David Attenborough himself, taken back in time or after a rejuvenation procedure, and now turned into some sort of ganger. He's got that perfect accent for semi-gangish commentary. It's the same sort of accent you see from Toby, who does I don't know his surname, and we're not on first name basis. I've never spoken to the guy, but he does loads of GW stuff, including the audiobooks for Eisenhorn. Similar accent, very, very similar. Perfect for this, because it portrays that sort of rough, gangish sort of would kick your teeth in, and yet it's still just freaking awesome. Okay, Hive City looking good.
Of Necromunda. Untold billions crammed within mountains of metal.
I love how they're, like, straight up front what it is so far. It's a heap of shit. You don't want to live there. It's a horrible place. It's nasty. Let's not paint this out to be anything pretty. This is sort of Dawn of War 3 trailer vibe. Not the game, but like the Dawn of War trailers are always really good at making war out to be hell, unlike the 9th edition trailer. Twee, you can fight the Necrons. Anyway, this is awesome. Like it. They're just up front. You don't want to live in a hive city. It's hell.
Insect mounds of tireless industry amid the toxic waste of their own manufacture.
Okay. Whoa, back. We have guys abseiling here. Will we see stealth in the game? And, like, okay, this is now making speculation about the game in terms of a trailer, but that's what a trailer's there to do. Fine, it's there to make the money and make people think, I want to buy this, oh my god, wow. But it also has to show you some bits of what's inside the game. And here, previously, the stuff we'd seen, trailers for the game, looked to me, at least, like CGI cutscenes done by an external company. Most likely. Like the Martyr trailers that looked amazing but looked nothing like the actual game. yeah, absolutely, because someone made them and were given models to make, but it's not the actual game engine doing it. This is game engine. You can tell because it looks a little bit more awkward and clunky, but not like badly. It's just there's a visible difference between the two. This is now looking like in-game stuff, and so it now raises my eyebrow up here a little bit to say, well, maybe there's abseiling, maybe there's stealth mechanics in the game, maybe there are stealth kills, stealth hits, maybe that will be a feature, maybe not, but either way, abseiling's cool.
Inside the hive cities, every breath of air, every drop of water.
I like those. By the way, there's supposed to be about an hour's worth of cutscenes, I think in total, or that might have been per faction. Shout out already that we're seeing different portrayals in terms of colour schemes for, I assume. Hang on, this isn't a Goliath. Is this an Orlok? Because I can only see your head. And I'm pretty sure that ponytail, I don't want to make assumptions here, but I'm pretty sure there's a lady and a man. Goliaths don't have ladies and Escher don't have men, so maybe this is Orlok. It does kind of look a bit Orlokish. I mean, that's the third faction, right? So here we are. You don't see much else of them that I remembered anyway.
1,000,000 times over.
Every time you have a drink, it's recycled pee. Just remember that in a hive city.
Every watt of power, and each mouthful of food must be guarded against.
Okay, awesome. Start to see a few weapons poking out here. We can tell a little bit about the available arsenal. On that note, okay, whoa, back a frame. Whoa there, Nessie. You're not taking that away from me. So firstly, let's start with the background. Let's start with the subtle. We have what looks like a cylinder. We have what can only be described as a flamer for this lovely person. Now, cylindrical drum mag could be a grenade launcher. It could just be a drum mag for a stubber or something. It's kind of hard to tell, but big chunky looking gun. However, speaking of chunky, we have a chunky Kit Kat here. Ideal for dipping in coffee and for purging just anything that moves in the Underhive, really. And as well, a sleeping roll on your backpack and what I assume are various sort of kitchen utensils in the backpack. It's really nice to see some big-ass weapons in this. I mean, that looks... I want everyone in my warband to have... No, I don't. I want lots of flamers. But that's awesome. Really awesome. Shout out to you again, sir. Looking pretty cool. I like the mohawk. I like the weapons. I like... the character models look good. Like, obviously, they're not going to look exactly like this all the time in the game because these are sort of pre-rendered scenes. However, this looks to be like the models from the game, and they look awesome. The detailing is nice. We've got the nice chipped, worn edges. That's how I like it. We've got the nice respirator. Oh, it looks good.
It is a place where only the strong can endure, and no one.
Okay, shout out to the audio. It is less of a World War II sort of war is hell and more of a gang rat-a-tat-tat when it comes to the sounds of the shots, at least to me. I know you're listening from a little bit of a distance, but it's not quite so horrific, but more sort of, for me, it's fitting anyway with sort of gang warfare. As I say, rat-a-tat-tat rather than more of a bang-bang blah. Let's have a look.
No one prospers.
Sounds good, though. I like the sounds. They seem appropriate for the weapons, and nice execution, cold. This game is not afraid to portray something dark. Once again, 9th edition trailer, you could learn something from this. But anyway, 2 chainsaws on the man's back, thus making him the most badass person in the world, or at least in the Underhive that I've seen thus far. Blue guns. Blue is the colour. Okay. And if that is a kill KO camera shot thingy, call it a money shot if you will, that is awesome. If you get... I'm not expecting it, like this is wishful thinking, but I tell you a game that did do for some very nice ones of these, Space Hulk Tactics, despite the fact it's now had its multiplayer servers turned off. We're going to make a video about that. By the way, don't buy it if you want to play multiplayer because you can't. But moving back to this now, because this actually looks awesome. No, sorry, back to Warhammer Tactics. They had a system which had really nice sort of, do you see this jump on me, blah, 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 kick it off. But it was really nicely done, actually, those animations. And if you have something like it in this, where you shoot someone, you whack them in melee, and you get one of these crop up, so satisfying. Even in Blood Bowl, like, it's so satisfying when you get what could effectively be the equivalent of a crit. Well, it's not in Blood Bowl, but not going into the rules of that anyway, but something like a mini cutscene comes up and you're like, damn, That was satisfying. Nice job. Really like it.
Of course, though,
More colour schemes. More colour schemes. Green. I like it.
at the very top.
Oh. Yeah, but shout out, by the way, to my leopard print painting video for House Escher. Check it out on the channel. It's not bad, actually. It's not bad. All I'm saying is my girls look pretty hot. House Escher will be my gang because they're my jam. If I were in a hive, I would probably simp to them. Donate them £5 a month on Twitch.
And yet,
Right.
opportunity still exists.
Auto guns, stubbers, big ass guns. Oh my word. I don't expect that to be like a consistent in-game quality because that's just too feckin' cool. Let's just watch that again. That's probably like you oh my word. This reminds me of like an X-Men, like there's Juggernaut and here we have Rogue just being totally badass. Stab him in the neck. I starked the mofo, only did it in a cool way. Game of Thrones Season 8, you can take a leap from this. That was a cool fight scene, not what you did to the frickin' King of the Dead or whatever his name was. It was so anticlimactic, I forgot his name. I like that. I like this. I like that too.
In the foundation layers of
People getting shot and it's not nice. It's gritty. I like it. It's gritty.
the Underhive, all manner of treasures can
What is that, a relic? Is that going to be like Archaeotech? Like, oh, by the way, someone left in the basement some Archaeotech sitting about. Is that like a...
still be
Was that a bolter or something? I'm trying to... Am I not looking at this right? Is that... What is that? I can't figure out which bit's the front and which bit's the back. I hope that... I don't know. But whatever it is, they're basically hinting that there's not just normal stuff in here, there's spangly shinies, and it's gold, by the way. Awesome. Awesome. By the way, the game is going to have at least 20-something maps. I don't know the exact system, but there is an article down in the doobly-doo that you can check out to see some of the details on what's coming in the game. Co-op is also announced, as well as 4-player multiplayer.
still be found.
Co-op.
Lost,
Looking good.
forgotten, or abandoned in the dark. The only question is,
So,
will get there first?
I'm assuming the vehicles are all going to be stationary in this. Like, that's too much of a stretch. Not going to happen. But there were some wheels and things with wheels. Job done. Fantastic. Great trailer. Great trailer. Nice narrative to it, nice setting, nice audio, nice visuals. I mean, yeah, fine. There are a couple of... The facial animations were better than the last Mass Effect. That's not a high bar to beat, but, you know, it's good for Games Workshop at least. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this because the character models at least look like they look good. Now we just need to see gameplay to make sure that it's not a potato when it comes to the execution, because you can have pretty models and it can be potato to play. In terms of what we know, it's not a tabletop adaptation, thank God, because we have enough of those currently, and what it does is present you with the opportunity to play a tabletop game without rolling any dice, speaking to any other person, painting any models, and basically all of the fun stuff. So aside from something like Blood Bowl, where it's actually worked because it allows you to just play more conveniently, and gives you incentives to keep on playing, I don't want to keep seeing these bloody tabletop adaptations because so many of them have just fallen short of the mark. So it's nice to hear that these guys aren't doing that. They're doing something different to More Time as well, and it's also going to be purely turn-based now. So really looking forward to seeing this. Very, very interested, having seen the trailer. Very interested. But of course, we must be patient and skeptical because it's just a trailer. And as great as it looks and as nice as everything sounds, we are Games Workshop fans and we do like to get excited over things. I am guilty of this too, yes. Hit me up and down in the comments about all the games that I really enjoyed that were a flash in the pan. I had fun with some of them. Bite me. Guys, have yourself a great day and we'll be around soon doing videos on or a stream rather, on the Aeronautica Imperialis flight command thing, working up to it, as well as covering the new Chaos Bane content as they finally introduced a system akin to the greater rifts from Diablo. Have a great day, guys. My day has just got a little bit better. Take care.